CityCast Pittsburgh is sponsored today by Open Streets PGH, organized by Bike Pittsburgh. It's coming at you Sunday, June 29th, where cyclists and pedestrians can travel 3.6 miles, all car-free through East Liberty, Homewood, Larimer, Point Breeze, and Wilkinsburg. So you can bike, walk, dance, skate, take an exercise class, check out local businesses, build connections, and see the city in a whole new way without the fear of cars. Again, all totally free. See the route at openstreetspgh.org and follow at openstreetspgh. Today on CityCast Pittsburgh, summer really is Pittsburgh's high season. Every weekend is so packed and the food festivals really get going. Today, I'm with Hey Pittsburgh newsletter editor Francesca DeBecco to share what's on our bucket list so far for summer here in Pittsburgh. It's Wednesday, June 11th. I'm Megan Harris, and here's what Pittsburgh's talking about. Francesca, I know we're going to talk about so many things today. I'm excited to be on mic with you.
Yes, me too. And it's like one of our favorite things to talk about.
Food. All of these today that we're talking about are food and drink festivals, but kind of uniquely, they all sort of center different experiences. So we are going to talk about some that feature like huge music lineups, for example, some that are all about beer and wine, which we also love, and then a few that feature sweet treats. But we're going to start today with the big ones.
Yes, these are all really well established. Most of them happen over multiple days. So something like you can plan around. If you can't make it one day, you can go another.
And I think between us, we have managed to hit all of these before, the big ones, I mean.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Between us.
Yeah.
So let's start with the one that I feel like it's on everyone's mind every summer because it just takes over such a huge space. And it's the balloon. It's that enormous pickle balloon hanging out over a bridge.
Yes. And of course, we're talking about Picklesburg. It has won multiple awards for like the best food fest. And this year's their 10th anniversary celebration.
And they're going back to the bridge. They've been in the middle of downtown for a while. And now we finally get our big pickle balloon back over a bridge.
Which was arguably the best thing about Picklesburg was the party on the bridge.
Getting your photo.
Yeah. I loved that so much. I mean, it was busy and crowded in the earlier years on the bridge, but they're really taking over like an expanded space like throughout downtown. So they're going to be in Market Square, PPG Plaza, plus the Roberto Clemente and Andy Warhol bridges.
Just enormous now.
Yeah, you get your steps in as you're trying all your samples. You can try things like pickle pepperoni rolls, pickle beer, if that's your thing. I remember one year I got a kimchi grilled cheese, and that was amazing. I love those.
I was about to say, I've heard amazing things about pickle grilled cheeses, so can confirm those are great. I'm going to make fun of our teammates just a little bit, Francesca, because the first time we all hung out as a group at Picklesburg, our executive producer, Mallory Falk, went full in with a large order of pickle cannoli. It was so bold.
I know. It was a couple of us who tried it, and it was just one of those things like, this is so absurd. We have to try. Honestly, would not recommend.
The pickle, I think there was a pickle sorbet that also like was not for me.
No.
It tasted like a booger.
Yeah. That's such a mom thing to say, Megan.
But a lot of things actually really are very good. Wiggle Whiskey, for example, has like a pickle elixir that sometimes you can try out there. There's all kinds of random pickle things.
Yeah, there's lots of good stuff. And that's happening July 11th through the 13th.
Coming up in August, the 11th through the 17th. This one is, it is a festival, but it's also like the kind of thing that you can celebrate or mark however you want to. It's Pittsburgh Restaurant Week.
Yes. And this happens at various locations, different restaurants across Pittsburgh, and they normally offer discounted meals and different dining specials. This happens twice a year in the winter and the summer. And they haven't announced a ton of details yet. So stay tuned for more of that in July.
Yep. And then moving on, also in August, we've got Little Italy Days, which people love to make fun of here in Pittsburgh. But I actually really like it.
I know. I think it has changed so much over time, but like I still think it has the essence of the community in it, and I think that that's what's important.
I mean, the jokes are real. Like there is a T-Mobile stand like right next to a bunch of other things. Like and there's
Like right next to some ravioli, there's like
yeah, but if you go to Little Italy Days like with intentionality and like try to find the local vendors that are serving you like freshly made food, they do still exist. Like yes, there's a
yes.
lot of like national brands there too now, but if you want to support local, you absolutely can.
Yeah, and that's August 14th through the 17th. There's going to be live entertainment. One of my favorite things is that they do the bocce tournament, which is
Yes.
just like so Italians. Uh, and then there's all sorts of goodies like stuffed peppers, pepperoni roll, cannoli,
Good cannoli.
ravioli. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The good kind. And so that's always a fun time in Bloomfield.
This one is just one day, August 16th, but Pittsburgh Veg Fest is one of this
Woo!
team's all-time favorite events. We always mark it in our
Definitely.
calendar. All of us are always there.
Yeah. It has to be a really good reason for us to not be there. We love it. You can really expand your plant-based palate when you go to this festival in Allegheny Commons. It's got all sorts of really good food, some like just some ideas to get you going. I really love the Korean bibimbap from Mandu Handu. That's like a rice bowl with different veggies,
Hmm.
like kimchi, pickled things. And then Mommy's Bakes always has really good Cuban inspired treats, veggies in that. They're a food truck. They also do catering, but they always have awesome comfort food recreations. So, like mac and cheese and stuff like that. And then there's all sorts of vendors.
Like animal rescue organizations and
Yeah.
arts and craft spaces and things like that. It's just a big celebration of vegetables and also like vegan food and vegan causes.
Yes. Be sure to go say hi to some four-legged friends. The Pittsburgh Squealers, the pigs are always there. There's some goats. It's fun. It's a great time in Allegheny Commons on the north side.
And no shade to our squealers friends. But the next one on our
Oh,
list is
this is a bad transition.
it's not our best, or it's kind of funny. The Pittsburgh Rib Fest is later that month. It's in August 28th through September 1st. Always kind of on that midway space, that road that runs right in front of Acrisure Stadium. This one's been going on for ages. It started in 1990, but it's really cool because it does kind of have like carnival vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
But you can try ribs and pulled pork and smoked chicken and all kinds of treats. And actually a few veggies. If you scan the menu, there's always like collard greens and mac and cheese and things like that.
I think like corn on the cob too
Cornbread
makes an appearance. Yeah.
But what I love is that it's like folks, pitmasters come in from all over the country for this. So like you can try Kansas City barbecue, you can try Memphis barbecue, you can try Texas barbecue. And of course, there's always a good showing of locals too.
Yeah. And like you really can't miss it if you're on the North Shore at that time. You're like, what's that smell? Like it's all all there. A really classic Pittsburgh experience, I feel like.
Yeah. And then one treat too, if you do make it down during that weekend, they always, because it's right there at the stadium, they always open the Steelers Great Hall area.
Oh yeah.
That's at the bottom of the stadium there. So like if you want to, you can for free without a ticket to the game, because that's like kind of the big thing. You can go check out like all the Super Bowl trophies and the gobs of Steelers memorabilia that they have there in the main floor.
Yeah. Ton of fun. And then on August 9th, we have, of course, Barrel and Flow Fest. This is a big deal here in Pittsburgh. It's happening at the Stacks at Three Crossings in the Strip District. This is a celebration of Black brewers and creatives. There's going to be more than 100 breweries and distillers sharing their creations. And what I think is cool is that a lot of the times they do collaborations with artists and chefs. So there's going to be one, I think it was like Assemble and Two Phrase was collabing on something. And so it's kind of this like matchmaking of like beer and super cool creative things.
And they do a ton of education too, which I think is also cool. Like there's all kinds of add-on experiences and VIP options. Like the big day for the public to go is August 9th, but they do a lot leading up to that day, just to kind of get everyone involved and, learning from each other and making connections and building community, because that's a big central focus of this experience as well.
Yeah. And this year's actually their fifth anniversary. They're celebrating 5 years of promoting Black arts, craft brewing, and culture. And they are kicking off the party with a vinyl release at King Fly Spirits on August 3rd. So this vinyl actually includes 5 original songs that are created in collaboration by 10 local musicians. So a really fun way to celebrate. And then if you also want to like celebrate before the actual festival day, you can go to the Barrel and Float. That is an event on a Gateway Clipper on August 7th, and you can just get craft beer, enjoy live performances. And I think this is like for people who come in from out of town, this is a great way for them to like learn about Pittsburgh, see the skyline, be on the rivers, just a really immersive experience.
Totally. And that actually is the perfect segue this time into talking about some that are focused specifically on beer and wine, and kind of focusing in on that. So we're gonna back up a little bit in our summer calendar to this weekend. There's the Mars Brew Fest. So this is up in Butler County, like half an hour north of the city. But Mars, Pennsylvania really leans hard into its like extraterrestrial name.
Yeah.
There's like a spaceship on the main drag. But they bring together all kinds of breweries. There's actually even one that's like a stone's throw from that spaceship, Stick City, that always does great environmentalism, and they like name their beers after trees. It's super cute. But they bring all these breweries together, and they have a bunch of local food options. It's 3 hours long, all you can sip. You get a little souvenir cup, and designated drivers can go to this one for free.
That's cool. And there's actually another craft beer festival happening southeast of Pittsburgh the same day in Greensburg. This is a part of Greensburg's Craft Beer Week celebrations. More than 20 breweries will show up to this party. You can buy tickets like general admission for $45, and each ticket comes with a souvenir glass. That's a pretty common thing for everyone to get their tastings at these beer fests.
Yeah, and just a note about the prices of some of these. We'll note if they're like what we consider like a little bit more of a luxury or free, because we think those are like kind of the extraordinary ones. But by and large, most of these run between like $25 and $60. So definitely check out their websites, and check out our website, pittsburgh.citycast.fm, if you want more details about any of them.
We'll have them all listed with the dates, prices if you need them. Now, this one actually is a little bit more expensive, Megan, but I think this is fun. The Festa di Limoncello.
This one's made for you, Francesca.
Yes, it really is. I mean, I'm not even a big limoncello drinker, but I love the vibes.
It's not that. You just love a theme. You love like a celebration of Italian culture. And I could just see you in a lemon sundress.
I do have a yellow sun. Maybe I need to break it out. Anyways, this is June 21st. It's downtown. You can really get a taste of the Amalfi Coast in downtown with Veloci's 5th annual Cello Fest. So they really just transform the sidewalk and dining spaces into this celebration of limoncello. There's beachy street food, citrus cocktails, tastings of over 10 different cello flavors.
I didn't even know I thought limoncello was just like its thing. But in reading about this, I was like, oh no, you can really flavor limoncello however you want.
Oh yeah, definitely. And they say that the attire is beach chic with a lemon twist. Love that. Tickets are $90. So, if it's worth it for you for a little summer celebration.
Yeah. And they say this one sells out. I mean, maybe they all say that, but like they do. I think this one is like really, really pushing the advanced sales.
Yes.
Another one that's a little bit further afield, Finleyville. Trax is doing its annual Farm Wine Festival. So they're doing, it's a $25 ticket, and you get unlimited samples from 9 local like to the Pittsburgh region wineries. So they're doing like scenic hay rides, and you can check out the farm. They're going to have a bunch of food trucks, and then some live music too.
Yeah, sounds like a good time on the farm. And then this one, if you want an alternative to all of the alcohol-related festivals, really excited. This is the first year for Non-Alcoholic Cocktail Week with Open Road. They're hosting this July 7th through the 13th, and it's just a way to bring bars and restaurants across the city together to feature some of their non-alcoholic versions of favorite cocktails or like new twists on refreshing mocktails. And it all starts with a kickoff party at Two Phrase Brewery in Garfield on July 7th. We're big fans of Open Road. I think that this is just a fun way to celebrate, being sober or just having fun without alcohol in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see what all of our restaurant friends do with these challenges too. Like, it's been so cool to see mocktails pop up on so many local menus over the last few years, but now there's going to be like a dedicated moment to like really see what shines.
Yeah. And I hope it, goes well this year and they continue to bring it back.
Today's show is supported by Tree Pittsburgh and its STEAM Outside Camp. This summer's adventure runs July 21st through 25th at Tree Pittsburgh's gorgeous little riverside spot in Upper Lawrenceville. It's tucked up there along Butler, nestled next to the Allegheny River, which makes it so perfect for camp activities like paddleboarding. Tree Pittsburgh's STEAM Outside Camp sounds like so much fun. It's geared towards rising 4th through 6th graders and perfect for a budding nature lover. Throughout the week, campers will get the chance to travel through tree time, make tree art, journal, learn about investigative science, commune with nature, and care for trees across their different life cycles. And they'll also be empowered to be lasting stewards of our city's urban green spaces. Spots are limited, so if you have a kiddo in your life, make sure they sign up soon. Register at treepittsburgh.org/camp.
Smart Water Alkaline with antioxidant. 9.5 plus pH, now in cans.
Refreshing.
Made for every way you move.
Should I run a marathon?
Let's start with finishing that water. Smart Water Alkaline with antioxidant, now in a sleek can. For those with a taste for taste. Grab yours today.
We are back, and we are going to talk about some of the smaller food festivals, some of the ones that are getting off the ground, but also ones that feature one type of cuisine and do it really, really well.
Yes, and Pittsburgh really does Greek food festivals so well.
There are so many. We're going to feature, I think 3, but stay tuned to your local Orthodox church because they're popping off all over the place.
They really are everywhere, but we would be amiss if we didn't mention the Holy Cross Greek Festival that's happening right now in Mount Lebanon. You can get all of the classics, moussaka, spanakopita, baklava. There's going to be Greek music, traditional dancing, a marketplace with Greek goodies. Again, this is at Holy Cross Greek Orthodox Church. Just really good vibes.
Mm-hmm. There's a Greek food festival in Oakmont. So that's going to be June 27th through 29th. Hopefully by then they will have recovered from the U.S. Open.
Oh, yeah.
But I think this one's really fun because while they have a very similar menu, they're also offering dances and music. They also do online ordering.
Ooh, that's good.
And you can do it up to, I think it's a full week in advance. So you can put your order in and make sure that they have enough. I just think that's so kind and polite to order a week in advance so they know that they have what they need to serve the masses.
And that people know what they want. They're returning year after year and they said, "Yep, this is my order."
Yeah, pro tip, don't sleep on the variety packs too because most of these places also do multi-packs, especially of their pastry. So you get a little taste of everything. It's so good.
That's great. And then another festival, the Taste of Greece Festival, that happens in McCandless at the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church. You can get, everything we mentioned, gyro, masuka, braised lamb, Greek fries. Definitely don't leave without treating yourself to a baklava sundae. I've seen baklava on all of these menus, but baklava sundae sounds like something extra special.
So that same weekend, it's kind of the end of August, we've got a soul food festival that's coming to downtown. So this is a huge celebration of Pittsburgh's Black entrepreneurs. They're doing a barbecue contest. They've got a bunch of craft vendors, some music, and they bill it as truly having some of the best soul food in the city.
Yeah.
You can expect Leon's Caribbean, Ray Ray's Barbecue, Aunt Rhonda's sweet potato pie. And there's all kinds of festivities too. That's going to be in Market Square and along the Boulevard of the Allies. Hopefully not in a way that is disturbed by all the construction and all of the renovations that are happening in that space. So another one to keep on your list.
Yes. And then after that, we've got a couple of taco festivals to talk about.
Good one.
Starting with in the Strip District on September 6th. You really could spend time going throughout Pittsburgh and getting all of the great Mexican food, but you could just go to the Stacks at Three Crossings and just sample a bunch of different ones. You can go for the tacos, but stay for the Latin music and salsa dancing. And this one is actually on the cheaper side with under $20 tickets.
And then just a couple more that kind of feature, again, kind of a regional cuisine. There's the Lebanese Festival, September 5th through 7th. That's going to be in Beachview, kind of featuring like Mediterranean, Middle Eastern tradition, like grilled lamb, falafel, hummus, grape leaves, more baklava, which is always exciting, and apricot rolls.
Yes.
This one's coming from Our Lady of Victory Maronite Church. I hope I'm saying that right. And they're going to have tunes and Lebanese wine. So I hope that keeps the party going. And then one more that we have heard about, but we don't have any details for. But we're just
I'm
really
so excited.
We're just really excited about it. Ube Fest.
Yes, this is, I saw it announced on Lola's Eatery's Instagram stories. I think that this is just a fun way to celebrate this like Filipino influence. If you go to Lola's, you'll see like ube, like chicken and waffles, or like ube and drinks. It's kind of in the sweet potato family. It's just like so colorful.
With that rich purple.
Yeah, it sounds like it'll be a fun time. So stay tuned for details and check the website, pittsburgh.citycast.fm. I'll be sure to update the article when we get more info on that.
Yep. And we're going to talk about a few that have kind of a music component built into them. Again, food focused, but like there's just so much food at these. We felt like it would be remiss not to like mention also the music part. So there's the Barbecue and Bands Festival that's happening June 27th through 29th. This is going to be at the Monroeville Convention Center. And they're going to have a whole bunch of stuff. Like, again, pitmasters are coming in from all over. Performances from tribute bands. I took a spin through the tribute band list, and it's like Fleetwood Mac, which I think the band name was like Silver Springs, which is cute. There's one called Bon Journey because they specialize in both Bon Jovi and Journey.
This feels so Pittsburgh.
I know. There's a long list of tribute bands. And I mean, tribute bands usually like try so hard and do such a good job. So I actually think it sounds kind of fun. The VIP tickets are only $29 and even cheaper just for like getting there at the door. You can also do party passes to this one. They've really got, it runs the gamut on what kind of experience you can have.
It's like Rib Fest, but with more music. That's fun.
And in Monroeville. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then another music one, the Northside Music Festival. So if you've been here a minute, you might recognize this as the Deutschtown Music Festival. This one's coming up July 18th through 20th. 70 plus bands over that space of time. Like truly, there is almost always someone either on stage or about to be, like tuning their guitars. But the food trucks are worthy of a mention because there are usually 20 or so of them lining that street, kind of in front of where like the James Street Speakeasy used to be. And it's totally free to just like walk around, get a bite to eat, and enjoy the music for a little while.
Yeah. And then go walk over to the park. Sounds like a great time. The next one that has a bunch of music is on June 28th. This is Tacos and Tequila. From the name, you wouldn't expect there to be such a lineup, but there is.
This lineup is bananas, and I swear it is made for elder millennials. Like, this is wild to me.
Okay, so this is at EQT Park in Washington. Of course, there's tacos, margaritas, all that fun stuff. And some interesting little features of the festival, like a exotic car showcase, I don't know what this is like, but a Chihuahua beauty pageant.
I don't know, man. Everyone I know who's ever owned a Chihuahua like dresses them up as if they're ready for a beauty pageant at the drop of a hat. So like, I think this is on point.
Yeah. And then as we mentioned, the musical lineup, the main headline is Lil Jon.
But not just Lil Jon. Lil Jon, Chingy, Trick Daddy, Petey Pablo, Paul Wall, Mike Jones. Like, I just can't get over, like, what in the 2002 is this thing?
And Megan, I think you're right. I think it is. Folks who really grew up in the 2000s are nostalgic, and we have adult money now. So,
and you might need adult money for this one. It is $79 for general admission, but lots of tacos to eat, lots to watch, and obviously a lot of music. If your knees can still tolerate getting down low.
Exactly. And, there are a limited number of tickets available, so get those before they sell out.
The Caribbean Carnival is coming up on July 5th. That's going to be in Allegheny Commons. This is another first-timer, so we're excited to have it on the list. This is going to be all day long. You can check out all kinds of Caribbean dishes, look for art, listen to upbeat music. They've got a steel drum section that's going to come, so I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, we love a new one on the map. Think food like jerk chicken, like different rice, different curries maybe. So I think it'll be just like another delicious event on the north side. And then heading up the hill a little bit, we've got Rhythm and Brews in Bellevue on August 16th. This one is also one that sells out every year, so get your tickets. You can sample beer, seltzer, and more from Western Pennsylvania breweries. There's always live music, a huge vendor market, and this is all along Lincoln Avenue in Bellevue. Just a really fun neighborhood to explore.
Definitely. And we'll finish up today with festivals where you can get a sweet treat. So Freedom Farms in Valencia is doing their annual Berry Festival. It's going to be June 21st through 22nd. And it's like, it's everything you would expect from a party on a farm, like with tractor rides and a petting zoo. But they also have craft vendors, a beer and wine garden. They have like food that they normally serve at Freedom Farms, which is great. And then a ton of activities for kids. Like this is one of those spaces that, and a lot of, especially the beer and wine festivals, like they're all 21 and up. So this is one that like is definitely good for the whole family. And the tickets are pretty cheap too, just $10 a person. And kids under 3 can actually get in for free.
Ugh, we love berry season. This one would also be great for the whole family. The Ice Cream Fun Day at the zoo in Highland Park on July 27th. Graders is actually bringing a dozen of their flavors to the zoo for this festival. There's going to be live music, character visits, face painting. Tickets for adults are around $26, $12 for teens and kids, but children under 3 can get in free.
Yeah, we love it when the littles that barely eat anything at all can get in for free. And last up, on August 23rd through 24th, truly a highlight of Latrobe, really harkens back to their history. There's a Banana Split Festival.
Yes. As you know, it's the home of the banana split. So they celebrate with all sorts of family-friendly fun. There's a banana run, 5K. They've got goat yoga, a craft vendor market, live music. And if you're making the trip to Latrobe, be sure to stop by Mr. Rogers Memorial and the largest collection of Rolling Rock beer. Make it a whole weekend of fun.
Yeah, you could even check out St. Vincent College over there and see where the Steelers training camp schedule is. It'll be over by then, but still, I bet they still have a lot of Steelers stuff up.
Yeah, definitely. And as always, you can find all of these and more at pittsburgh.citycast.fm. We'll have a lineup of all of these food festivals, all of the links to tickets, so you can really make your plans for a fun and flavorful summer.
That is all for today here on CityCast Pittsburgh. If you're loving all of this talk of food, we really encourage you to check out our website. Again, pittsburgh.citycast.fm. Make sure you're subscribed to that Hey Pittsburgh newsletter. Francesca pours so much love into it every day. But we've got a ton of good stuff up right now, from the best walking tours, which, by the way, have a ton of bites and beverages in the mix, to the best new restaurants, cafes, bars in Pittsburgh. We always update that list, and we're always trying to let you know what's good in the burg. We will be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. We'll talk to you soon.
A Chihuahua booty. Wow. Wow. Yes, a Chihuahua booty patch.
That's my favorite Francesca Freudian slip.